What's up? Welcome to the Virzi Triplets show. No guest today. We got Thanksgiving coming in hot tomorrow. We don't have a guest. However, Dylan finally got a microphone. We did get him a microphone over by his little... Dylan, are you going to talk? He has to... Can you say hello?
What's up?
Hey, there we go. That's good. It's a good spontaneous... He moves the microphone all the way over, bumps up his sound, and then talks to us.
It's like he just wants to hear you talk, Al.
Well, you know, we went to the effort to put him on a microphone, and you know, usually we can't get him to shut up. So
that's true. He does try to chime in as much as possible. It's very annoying.
Yeah, he's like, this angle would look a little better. This angle would look better. So, you know, he tries to have creative input.
Does anybody have a hair tie? My hair's getting in my face.
Yeah, so, you know, we try to...
That's both Dylan and Jeff.
We try to give him some creative input here.
They have more hair than all of us combined.
You guys, we're also going to be in Washington coming up December 10th and 11th in Tacoma and Spokane comedy clubs. Go check that out as well.
Yeah, we'll be in Washington. My best friend lives up in Washington.
Oh,
Christopher.
yes,
is what you guys call him.
Your childhood friend since you were 5.
Childhood friend. You know,
and definitely not first lover.
Not first lover. No.
You sure?
Yeah,
because you guys have a very suspiciously close relationship.
It's only suspicious to you. Nah, it's just...
This is, and I've never told Alex this before, but I'll say it here on the podcast first. We were all in the same kindergarten class together. I remember Alex kissing Christopher on the playground.
Oh,
right by the school bus. You remember the school bus?
Yeah.
Jungle Gym. I saw you guys making out.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember how I met him was
making out.
We were playing, and he was by himself, and I asked if he wanted to play with us. Not like that. But that...
I'm just saying.
Here's how we play. Well, first you put your whips together, and then you go, mwah.
Yeah. And ever since that, I've heard you say... I've heard you say he's the one that got away.
No.
I've heard you say that.
I'm a loyal guy. If you have to do something very bad to stop being friends with us. We cling on to you. We're like those little fish that stick under a shark or a whale.
Oh, well, speaking of, I have speaking
smoking a pancake.
I was talking to somebody. I was talking to one of the trainer at my gym, and she was saying that there's these terms that describe the different ends of a relationship, right? So I never heard them before. Like, have you heard of breadcrumbing?
Breadcrumbing.
Breadcrumbing.
Yes. I actually think I know what is breadcrumbing where you like start subtly dropping hints that you're going to break up with them?
You like subtly lead them along where it's like you're subtly like, you know, lead them along and then eventually you're like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. I don't want to go out with you. Like you like lead them into like thinking that it's going to be a relationship and then it's like, nah, I'm just fucking with you.
I thought breadcrumbing is where you're with someone and then you start laying down the foundation of when you want to break up with them.
No.
But it's like, yeah, maybe in your next relationship kind of thing, you know?
No, there might be a term for that. It was a whole list of terms. There was orbiting was one of them.
Orbiting.
Okay. Which I do.
What's orbiting?
Orbiting is when you are like when you break up with somebody, but you still like will like kind of revolve around and like see what's going on with their life.
Okay.
Like
you definitely do that.
100%. But you don't tell them. Like for example, like I have an ex and I'll view her stories, but I haven't talked to her. Like I still want to keep updated on their life, but I don't talk to her.
I thought that was just keeping tabs.
It is pretty much keeping tabs, but they call it orbiting.
Yeah. Well, you want to see what happens with your ex.
Well, yeah, you know, they could have one night where it's like, oh, they're feeling lonely again. It's like, hey, you know, well, I'm feeling lonely too. We'll go. You and me will pull Alex and Christopher on the playground, and that's it. You know.
Well, yeah, no. There's one or two girls I dated where I still orbit and see. But yeah, no. I usually am like, all right. Usually, if you break up with me, you want nothing to do with me afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like girls do that. I don't know. I mean, I feel like for the most part, mine's like a hard.
Typically, that's typically
hard
how
cut.
I think I used to be more of a hard cut in the past, but there's other terms. Submarining is one of them.
Go ahead.
Where
you go down a lot, or
no? That would be the obvious answer.
I don't do that.
Sean doesn't do that. No,
it's pretty much like the same thing as ghosting, but then out of nowhere you just pop out of the blue like a submarine, and you're like, "Hey, what's going on? How's your life?"
Come up for air.
Yes. I like that. You know what's the best though? It's great when a girl submarines you, where maybe you hooked up for a while, they go in a relationship or something, and then out of nowhere they go, hey, how's everything been? We should hang out one of these days. And it's like, oh yeah, you're getting some at that point.
You want some dick?
That happened to me a little bit ago.
Whoa.
It did.
Yeah, it happened to me a little bit ago where it was just completely out of blue. She had moved a while back, and then just, hey, I'm back in town. We should hang out one of these days. Like, all right, yeah, let me know.
Yeah, but you seem like the type of guy who
It was a quissy on the playground moment.
Okay.
Make out. That's what Sean was implying.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that. I like how you referred to it. You're admitting it.
This
Anyways,
podcast
so
is
the
nonsense.
here's orbiting. It's the persistent lurking, but without ever actually engaging in conversation or attempting to reconnect with the person.
Okay.
So it's like you viewing the story and seeing what's going on with their life, and they can see that you're viewing the story.
Yeah.
And you're like liking their photos, but you never actually are like, hey, how's it going?
I would say that's almost worse. Because
No, I get that.
Well, it's bad if you're the girl and you're like seeing them do it, and then you're like, okay, what does he want? You're almost like planting a seed of doubt. Be like, what? I thought I had closure. What is it? Does he want to come back? I don't know.
That's as a guy, that's what you want. Guys are orbiters because they go, okay, this girl might be dating someone. I'm going to orbit around, see what happens, and then once you see a couple of those relationship pictures go down, you're like, hey, what's up? How's it going? It's been a while.
Well, guys, you always want to leave the door open just in case.
There was another term called there's ghosting.
Yes.
Right? And then there's haunting.
Haunting
Is the one I had never heard of, which is it's subtle and usually done through social media. Haunters may like an Instagram photo or react to your story after ghosting you, taking you by surprise.
Oh.
So it's like essentially you cut off all ties with them, and then they like out of nowhere will just creep back into your life.
I never saw the cut. I never saw the point of cutting off ties if you're just going to go back to it. You might as well be Sybil, have a,
Well, you're the type of guy that it's a pretty cut and dry. No one ever wants to see
If I'm
again.
dating someone, if I like dated someone, then yes. Usually if it ends bad, you're not coming back.
There was one more that I hadn't heard of,
What is that?
which is called love bombing.
Love bombing.
Yes, it's when you come in like right off the bat. You're like, you're essentially it's pretty much falling hard and fast. You're just like, oh my god, this is like you click. You guys are like lovey dovey off the top, and then just out of nowhere, you're just like, okay, bye.
Oh. The bomb is that you leave.
The love bombing is like you're so like off the bat just in love,
Yeah.
and then like out of nowhere, you just like you just like kind of get rid of that.
It's like a sparkler. You
Yeah.
light it, yes, sparkle, and then it's zoom.
Well, it's after you get that coochie.
Possibly.
Yeah. You get all enamored with it. You have the honeymoon phase. You get the coochie a little bit. And then whoever that is starts getting bored.
I feel like it's more of like types of daters. Like there's definitely guys that are like honeymooners. Like you have
It's
that
like
honeymoon phase, and then it's like, oh, okay, I don't want the rest of this shit.
Yes.
That's like, oh,
That's-
yeah, that's probably me. Yeah,
That's
Sean's a hard and
but there's
fast.
nothing wrong with that. There's other people that are just like, stable. You just want something stable,
You need a fun
consistent.
So you're admitting that you're not stable.
In the past, no.
I don't like the ones that I don't like where they go. I don't like the type of daters where they just are already. They're like serial daters. So the second you start like talking to them, they're already in like relationship texting mode.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like the honeymoon phase. I like the banter. I like the flirtiness. I don't like the ones that are like just the regular. How's your day going? Okay, good. Like those ones. Where
That
it's
is me.
The boring talk. I can't stand
I
it.
am such a boring texter, and I can only imagine how much pussy I would get if I was actually a good texter.
Well,
I'm
you've been using some of my lines.
Of course.
You've been using my lines.
Repeatedly, I've always done this. I have always crowdsourced my texting because I know I'm a boring texter. I know I text like a boomer. I've described it as militant. It's very objective based. It's like, okay, hey, we're meeting here.
Mitchell,
Cool.
it's very jargon when he talks to girls.
Yes.
It's just all jargon. But I'm happy for him because he actually changed. He's adapted.
I'm trying. So what I will do is I will take other people's successful lines and then I use them on Hinge. For example, I just re-downloaded Hinge. I got the premium. This is usually what I do. I'll go premium, go balls to the wall, and then I'll probably delete it in like a week. But what I did recently is I went on TikTok and I put top Hinge prompt for guys, and I stole I sold guys hinge prompts, and I got to be honest, it's fucking working way better than if I was actually talking to the person.
Really?
Yes, 1,000%.
Like what? What are some of the prompts?
I'll read the one.
What are the prompts you have in your profile that are doing well?
I mean, you gotta love that. If you're not a player,
Listen, I've adopted the sarcastic asshole. That's not who I usually. I mean, maybe in person I am a little bit, but through texting I'm not. So I have to do it for the dating profile. So this was one that has been working very well. It's unusual skills, and then I literally ripped this off of some guy on TikTok.
okay.
Sneakily getting my hoodies back after you've borrowed them.
Ugh, just clickbait.
It is, but it's fucking magic.
Yeah.
Because they're like, it implies
how do
A, that you've been in a relationship with a girl and you've been so comfortable that you've allowed them to take your clothes, right? So it's like, oh, this guy fucks. That's the it's like this guy fucks. It's implied that this guy's not, he gets pussy.
Oh, yeah.
It gets past that first
And it's
stage of awkwardness.
And it's like okay. It also gives you like the stamp of approval that some girl has like taken a chance on you. So you're not just some creepy 30-year-old single guy.
Have you ever given your hoodies out?
I have. I'm not a hoodie guy. I give out T-shirts. I've given out T-shirts. Like,
I give out T-shirts, but I crop them. I cut the crop off so it's shorter. It's a much more appealing.
No, I have a shirt that says it's my pizza shirt. It's a shirt that just says pizza on it. And it's got an Italian guy holding a pizza box on the back. It's fucking hilarious.
You gave that away?
No. Well, I let my ex borrow it, Alyssa, and after 6 months, I'm like, hey, can I get my shirt back? And she's like, oh, it's our shirt. I'm like, it's not our shirt. She's like, okay, well, I can do it for this time, and then you can have it back for this time. I'm like, no, it's my shirt, and I will take it when I want it. So it took a while to get that one back, but eventually I did.
She did share the dog.
Yes, well, shared, or did I have to?
We dogs had it.
But I lost a pair of sweats. I've lost my casual winter sweats that I've had for about 10 or 15 years. And
Did
I lost
they notice the skid marks?
No.
Sean's sweats are so old that the elastic in the sweatband is crumbly, or it just crink.
But they're so comfy. God damn, dude. They're comfy.
Get another pair. They're $10.
I don't know where they are. No, not these.
This is Sean's favorite thing to do.
I don't know.
Where to get. How do I get sweats? Is there Amazon? Is there online shopping? And where do you get sweats?
I just did online shopping for jeans, and guess what? They don't fucking fit. Now I got to go to the store.
Intentional ignorance is what Sean does.
It's not.
It's intentional.
I don't know what these particular sweatpants are. I didn't buy them.
I don't know where to get sweatpants. I don't know where I could possibly find something that everybody fucking wears in the fall.
There's different types of sweatpants.
Sean uses. I forget. Sean wears high quality sweats. He wears Gildan sweats every fucking.
No, my old ones were Pumas.
Oh,
I wonder if Puma's website would sell Puma sweats.
They're 15 years old. I doubt they have. Anyway,
you don't think they still have sweats?
I think they do. I don't think they have the ones that I wanted.
Going back to my point. Get your fucking fat ass into a different pair of sweats and try some on.
It's not the same.
Going back to my point, I have let women borrow my clothes, but I have also withheld clothes because I knew I was going to dump that person.
That's fair.
That's fair.
There was one of my exes. She wanted to borrow a hat because it was one of my hats, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let you. But I'm like, a week later, I dumped her.
I never give out clothes. I never let them borrow.
Well,
any
you
clothes.
don't have clothes worth wearing or sharing.
That's not true.
This is by the way
our merch.
At least our merch, but also at least the second time you've worn this on the podcast.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a Barstool shirt.
You're now repeating shirts. We've only had so many episodes.
I didn't know there's a fucking rule to wear.
No. Well,
this is 28, episode 28.
We do. Well,
how many fucking shirts?
I've never worn the same outfit.
Well, I don't believe
that. I don't believe that.
I'm not sure you've won this enough.
I've seen a houndstooth multiple times.
Houndstooth multiple times?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, what I was going to say was, is your relationship in trouble if you won't let a girl borrow an article of clothing?
You want to say that without stuttering? I say. Foghorn.
He's still trying to think about where to get sweats.
Is it a bad sign for a relationship if you won't let your girl borrow clothes?
No, because I wouldn't let my girl borrow clothes because I like the clothes.
So you're just like, nobody's touching my
Here's
shit.
the thing. It's a one-way street. I'm not borrowing their sports bras.
You never worn their underwear?
No, I haven't worn their underwear. I can't say I have.
I will say it is definitely lopsided where you can't really borrow their clothes.
Yeah.
Although that should be the thing. You should start borrowing their clothes.
Yeah,
They're very good at finding comfy clothes.
if I'll tell you what, I'll let you borrow my sweatshirt. You let me borrow your Lulus. They will immediately say no. They will not let me wear their Lulus.
It's worth a try. There's got to be more of a barter system when this is involved.
Yeah.
If I'm giving you my sweater, I want either your sweats, probably not your thong, but something of equivalent.
Something
slightly used.
something to sniff. You know?
Yes.
I will say that if
It's more of a collateral at that point.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I will say that if you are sharing clothes with, if you're allowing the girl to take some of your clothes, if you're letting them borrow it, A, this is kind of a really great relationship, and B, you're so comfortable in that relationship that if it ends, you're willing to part ways with the clothing because
Yeah.
you're not getting it back. You're not. You want to, but that's one thing where they would rather throw out the clothes if it's like especially a crash and burn fail to the relationship. They'd rather toss the clothes and be like, I don't know, I must have lost them. Yeah,
It's like a security deposit.
It really
You're not
is.
getting it back.
Well, I also know any relationship that I'm in, usually if it's over, it's a crash and burn. It's not like a graceful, like, can I get my stuff back? It's like, I don't want to talk to you again, which is understandable. But I'm passion.
I'm very amicable. I think in any relationship I've been in, I would be able to get my clothes back.
Can I have my 15-year-old sweats back,
Hey,
please?
I don't give a fuck. They're the comfiest sweats you'll ever wear.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the only times other times I let people borrow stuff in relationships and we broke up. There was one I dumped a chick and then she did like Photoshop and did work for our dad, and I had to give her a check after I dumped her, and that was awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, here's your money.
Why'd you give it to her in person? Just drop it off at our place.
I owed her the. Well, first of all, there was a part of me that thought I could fuck her again.
There always is. The door is always open.
Which, to be honest, I wish I would have, and I think she would have. You done it.
Ashley?
Yes. Yeah, very subtle. Very subtle on the mic.
I didn't know I turned
the mic away.
Yeah, no, I
Did
think.
you hear that, Dill?
Was that I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
Who
yeah,
gives
you
a
can-
shit? It was like 9
And
years ago.
the people I've broken up with have done very well afterwards. I've been like a good luck Chuck. The girl, the one you were just talking, the one that I had to give a check to, the guy she dated after, she's still with.
Oh, wow.
I'm an orbiter and I keep tabs. She did block me. So I had to use a different account and follow up on her.
Oh.
You have a burner?
Of course.
What a hunk of shit.
But she's really the only one I'll orbit around and check. Everything else,
Why are you dated for like 3 months? Why are you still checking
6
on
months.
it? You dated for 6 months. Why are you checking on that girl still?
phenomenal tits. Some of the best tits I've ever seen in my life.
She did have great tits.
B,
They were like milky white and veiny.
alabaster. They were alabaster knockers.
She had porcelain tits.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. And also because I felt bad. That was definitely one where I didn't end the relationship well. So I felt bad about it.
Mitchell guilt orbits.
And also, I do guilt orbit. And also, I don't know. I like checking in. I don't wish ill on anybody I break up with. I have pretty amicable breakups. So I hope that things go better after we break up. Because usually if I break up, I'm like, hey, I know this is going to work out long term. So like, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and hope you do well. So she's doing well.
I hope they do well when they break up, but I hope I do better. I feel like that's my selfish.
Everybody that has broken up with you, that you've dumped, I'm sure looks at you and they're like, I made the right decision.
I don't think so. I think there's a couple of them that'll be like, yep, things took a turn.
Whatever you
Well,
tell
how many have you've been broken up with? Only once, right? Twice, three.
I would say probably twice. Only one was like off guard though. Bex was the only one that was off guard.
Well,
But that was, in hindsight, it wasn't off guard.
no, it wasn't.
But that's, that one was.
But I would say the last two relationships I've had, I still like have been like, I orbit, I check in.
Well, you've
One for sure.
until you find a replacement, you're always like, maybe I should text him. Maybe I should text him.
Yeah,
maybe.
I always want to try and be friends with my exes, even though it's probably better if we're not.
That's what we have to tell Mitchell. Hey, don't even. Why would you annoy their day with your like? I'm just checking in to say hello.
You know how it took you a long time to get over me? Well, I'm back.
Well, that's why I haven't. But I like to just see. I want them to do. I wish they
you
would.
want the attention. Like you want them to like you.
He doesn't want the guilt.
Yeah, you don't want the guilt.
I don't like the guilt of
But you
But
still want
there
their
shouldn't be
approval.
guilt. It's like relationships will either end or you get married. That's it.
And even then, it could end.
Exactly.
the most relationships end.
Exactly.
They
so what do
don't.
you feel
They don't
guilty
go
about?
forever.
As long as you're not like cheating on them, then that's not.
No, I
Not a
don't
big
do
deal.
that. I'm not a cheater.
No, we know.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
No one
I'm pretty
thinks you're-
sink my claws in.
Yeah, no one thinks you're.
I'm
no
a,
one thinks you're getting
I love
multiple.
bomb and then I orbit. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm a love bomber and then I orbit when we break up. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. That's.
Well, you don't have
You know what the worst
choice.
part is? I still think I could. The one girl that dumped me, I still think I could fuck her. Still do.
Which
I,
one?
I think
Absolutely.
I think all of us think we could hook up with our exes still.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I don't think. I think mine are pretty. I mean, I would love to. Don't get me wrong.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody that
My
wouldn't.
exes are hot. I dated them for a reason.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody that wouldn't hook up with me. I don't think there is.
Well, no, I
would
think,
say about
no,
3
no, no, no,
billion
no, no.
women.
I think for you, I think you think you could hook up with them, but they don't
Of
want to
course.
hook up with you.
Of course, I think that.
But they don't want to hook
Once
up with you.
once you're already a number for a girl, it's so much easier to get back in.
Of course.
Then why? I always think I have a chance.
It's
If-
more they're so repulsed by you. Like you represented a time where they were going through something
No.
and they don't want to revisit that time.
I'm a fun guy to hang with.
Are you?
I was talking to somebody and they said that they hooked up with someone in Europe and they both didn't share a language, so there was no talking done, but they still banged.
That's hot.
Yeah, right? And I'm like, I wonder how many guys would get laid if they just didn't say a word. And there was like, you could just literally, it's almost like primal, where it's like whatever connection you're having, it's there. You can't really say anything, but it's there. And you just go with that.
I feel like there's a
'Cause I-
YouTube video. How many girls can you pick up with without talking?
The Riz.
The Riz.
Is that what it's called?
You're
on
such a
TikTok?
fucking boomer.
What is it called?
You just try to find. Mitchell just grabs a thing he thinks is trending.
That's what it's called, I think. The Riz.
A Riz is your flirt game.
Yeah, I use that properly.
Not really. No.
I think you could. I feel like a lot more cultures are more expressive with their body language. They're more forward with it.
Oh yeah. If you've ever hooked up with any of the the Brazilians, Colombians, they're way more passionate.
Italians.
Sure, Italians. Yeah, we got passion.
I think you just don't know how to bring out the passion in a woman.
Oh no, I got no problem there, bud. No problem there.
Mitchell brings out
we've-
such passion by using other people's lines.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Getting blocked on
It's a
Instagram.
by any means necessary type of game when you're dating. So yeah, if people have successful
I-
lines, I'm going to adopt their successful
I'm very,
lines.
I'm very don't hate the player.
Dylan, who do you think has the best Riz here? Do you know what Dylan? Do you know what Riz is?
Let's define Riz. Define Riz first.
Who do you think has the best flirt game, Dill?
Oh man, that's a hard question.
Well, use your shaggy headed brain and think about it. That's my way of I'm negging you.
I mean, best is I guess between the three of you. Sure, I guess there's a best. It's not Sean.
Who do you think? Who do you think?
Maybe it is Sean.
Who do you think
Sean
is the best flirt?
repulsive, But somehow he has a long-term relationship.
I have a charm. I have a charm to me.
Who do you think is the best flirt? If there was a girl at a froyo shop, who do you think is the best?
Wow, really
chance
setting the terms for you.
Who do you think has the best chance of grabbing her, picking her up?
Hold on. How about this, Dill? You're going to be a girl. We're each going to give our best line to Dill. All right.
Dylan, can you pretend?
This is pathetic.
Can you
All right.
pretend to be? Can you pretend to be a girl?
Yeah, Dill, start it off. Start it off.
Well, what am I supposed to?
Oh, no,
start
Al,
with?
sorry. Al, start it off.
Just
be
be
like, oh,
Don't
hi.
just do it towards me. Just
Well,
give
okay,
a line.
we'll set the scene here. You're at the tail end of a bar. It's,
Let's not direct this to me. Let's direct it to the room.
Let's be realistic. What Dylan is? He's sitting in an amoeba, looking at a Rob Zombie. You know.
I'll go first.
Oh boy.
Is the camera on me?
Yeah, camera's on you.
Hey, do you
Pass.
Jesus.
do you shit with that ass? Oh boy.
All right, Sean.
He's just gonna burp.
Do you know where the now that's where I call music is?
All right, Al.
Be careful, the bar's set pretty high.
That's fucking funny. I'll just be like, "Hey, I'm Alex. I think you're cute. What album are you looking for?" Doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be anything.
I got an album for you. It's our wedding album. Hey, I'm Sean.
Ugh.
Not horrible. I'll give
Not
you.
horrible. There we go.
Do you have the soundtrack to Shrek, please? I'll take that album.
Who doesn't like
It's a
Shrek?
banger album.
No, that's what I'm
Who
saying.
doesn't like
That's a
Shrek?
great album.
No, Mitch, you deserve a second chance. Let's see what. You
and we're at a record store.
Sure.
Hey, I see you're looking at these CDs. You want to see these nuts?
It's pretty good.
I can't think of a group of 3 people more repulsive.
Dylan, don't lie. You're hard.
I will say when we're together, it is a pussy deterrent. I don't think we've ever been together and picked up women. Like it's either like
It's not true. I picked up a girl at Chi-Chi's one time.
you went by yours. You had to branch off. She didn't
That's
know you
called-
were with us.
That's called kidnapping.
It wasn't
You do it as a
kidnapping.
group.
No.
Like,
She was 18.
Alex was 24.
I'm just
She
kidding. No, I
just
was
graduated
20 I
high
was
school.
24. No, I
Nine.
wasn't 24. 22. I
Yeah.
think 22 or 23. Yeah.
When did you cut your hand?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Mitch, what are these other prompts you've been stealing from people?
These ones aren't stolen. These are actually mine.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, you know what? One is stolen from Matty Chimber. Who, I remember this from his profile a long time ago. But oh fuck, this one is an original.
Just say it.
Together we could not be alone for the holidays. That's one that I have.
Very topical.
Topical.
Seasonal.
And then this one's from Matty. I stole this one from him. I don't know when I looked at his profile, but I thought it was stupid. I hype myself up by crying in the shower. So stupid, sarcastic, not taking myself too seriously.
Okay, let me see your pictures.
I like mine
Let me see
better.
your pictures. All right, let's see.
But the pictures I could probably do a little work on, but
All right, Mitchie's got one of him looking off in the
you
distance.
can show it to the camera if you want.
him hugging a goat with a Pharrell hat on.
Yeah, that one it shows off the arms. You have to show off your muscly arms.
You at a wedding
You could just show it to the camera.
as a groomsman.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, you just got a match.
with a tall
Oh.
person in the background.
Hold on,
Thank God.
let's see the match.
Well, I'm gonna go through the pictures. A picture of all of us wearing the same shirt on a party bus.
I was
is a
going to
great-
use.
that's
I
a
was going
great
to use
great
that one.
photo. It is a great photo. I will say.
I did.
that.
I opted for
You have one of us doing stand up,
I
which
do.
could not be more
That's
of a
an
pussy
op-
deterrent.
that one gets the most likes.
Let me see.
It does look like a TED talk. I will say that. It does kind of.
So
look
here's
like
why I
a TED
like
talk.
this one, right? This one's good because A, I look fashionable. B, I'm publicly speaking, which is a fucking power move. Okay, me and Andrew Tate. All right, we're sitting. It's an alpha move.
Alex actually doesn't have the microphone to his mouth. He's actually not. He's afraid to talk.
And I just look good. My stubble looks good in that, and then I have me and my friend's ex's dog.
yeah,
And I was really shit faced in the car, and I
with
pretty
Cooper, they're both smiling.
This is my.
It's pretty good. It's
This
pretty
is
good.
my triplet matching picture that usually does pretty well. It's
us in holiday.
It's us in matching.
pajamas.
Pull it back. It's us in matching jammies. Mitchell looks miserable.
Mitchell looks like one of the villains in Home Alone.
Yeah. And then my caption says the right one.
Ooh, how's this girl, Mitch?
Who'd you match with?
like the rest of them.
Judy.
Yeah,
Ugh, what an ugly name.
she has an old name.
Judge Judy.
Yeah. Listen, I am. The holidays are coming up.
Yeah.
No one wants to be alone for the holidays. This is a time where everyone starts cuffing it up, and
The holidays are the best time to date because you can get girls that are just out of relationships, hook up with them over the holidays, and then release them back into the wild.
Also a little out of your league, too.
Yeah.
This is when they start
Well, they don't want to be lonely for the holidays, which is totally understandable. And that's their time to like, hey, I don't have to worry about being depressed. I have someone I can hang out with during that time while I get over my things. I don't have to answer questions of like whatever. You just go, I'm seeing someone. And that's like their way of kind of cuffing up for the holidays. But then, you kind of just release them afterwards.
Happy New Year. Slide them out the door. I will say, I don't think any of us have brought a girl home for the holidays.
Ever?
Wow, is that true?
We've never brought a girl home for the holidays.
I would have
but we didn't. The only person in our family that's brought home a girl for the holidays is our lesbian cousin,
Madison,
who brought over an absolute dime, and our grandpa thought, he asked us, which one of you guys' girl is this? And we're like, Madison's.
I would have brought home one if it wasn't her family lived on the East Coast. So
yeah, I guess.
But that really does accelerate the relationship. If you like start dating right before the holidays and you're like going over to their house and like meeting their family, that's like how you know pretty fucking quick.
No. This is the best part about it. If you're just starting before the holidays is you don't have to do that.
Dude, I fucking love that though. I would fucking love to just start dating somebody and go to their family go to their holidays and just see how fucking nuts their family is. Because every family's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
But to go in there, be a fly on the wall, you're a complete stranger, just drink their food and drink their alcohol and just eat all their food and then just watch the fucking dysfunction happen. That would be hilarious.
It's actually not bad because you get your answer of whether you mesh with these people very quick.
That's what I'm saying. Like the holidays accelerates everything. Like if you go like say you start dating a couple weeks and then you go to their, I mean that is very fast, but you start going to their holidays.
Yeah,
you'll know pretty fucking quick if you're going to stay with that person or not.
Yeah, I've never been big on the
relationships.
Cuffing season is what I was going to say. But,
well, you're a disposable guy.
You're like a razor.
You're disposable. At best, you're disposable.
Well, I like
no
to
one
say
wants to keep you around.
A rent to buy. A lease to buy is what I am.
You're more of a rental out of necessity.
You're an Airbnb.
If that, no.
Airbnbs are dope.
I don't mean that as a compliment.
I will say, you guys do come in a pack of 3, so
yeah,
true. You're the disposable razor in this 3-pack, and you are usually a one-time use.
No,
yeah,
multi-time. It's long-term rentals.
No, yeah. It's they use you and they're like, oh, okay, I got razor burn. Oh, maybe it's just skin, whatever. And then they use you again, like, oh yeah, no, it's the razor. Flick.
We've said this before that you're not. I really don't see anybody staying with you,
like forever.
You're like an old magician. You have a couple tricks and like they work on some people, but most people are like, yeah, we got the internet now. We know the tricks aren't that great. But every now and then,
he's literally using lines from online.
But he's adapting it. He's crowdsourcing. You are just like, you're sticking to the same like, my thumb, oh my God. And you're like, yeah, we got it. We know it. You're an old magician. That's your dating style.
I don't think so.
Yes, you are an old magician. You have a couple tricks that have worked for you in the past, but those are they're losing popularity.
I would say I'm probably the most genuine.
In the words of a very intelligent gay Indian man, darling, you're 30, fat, and balding.
They said that about Sean.
They did say that about me.
He said that about Sean.
You should look in the mirror.
Shout out to Samir.
Yeah.
For that one. No, I mean, I if it was the right one, I'd be open to something like that.
Here's the problem.
See, Mitchell's...
You're not the right one. You're trying to say if it's the right one. It's like, no. You are not the right one for anyone.
But they say there's someone out there for everyone.
And they lie to people. Not everybody's a princess.
Your someone is part of somebody else's throuple.
So you think there's no one out there?
You are forever a side piece.
So you don't think there's anyone out there for me to marry?
I think that they're in elementary school right now.
I agree. And then one day they're going to be like, how'd you do that with your thumb?
That's
so crazy.
The only reason why I can't listen to you say that is because you're in the same boat as me.
That's not true.
I disagree.
That is not true. Many women have wanted to stay with me. The problem is, women don't want to stay with you.
That's not true.
You're an old dog that won't learn new tricks. At least Mitchell is learning new tricks.
I'm adapting. My fashion is better. I'm more in touch with my emotions. I am, dare I say, a woman's wet dream.
Even Dylan shaking his head no.
Are you you're agreeing with me?
No.
Night sweats.
Okay. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, so sometimes if I'm feeling down, I like to, I'm like, what if I died right now, right? What if I died?
Okay.
Who would show up to my funeral? And I imagine this big room of like, oh my God, Mitchell was so great. When I think of yours,
We can already shut that shit down.
When I think of yours, I think it's just going to be a couple people sprinkled about. Like you're going to rent this big place because you think that it's going to, and then like
it'll be dead.
Just scattered pews of like one there, one there.
The church will actually tell us, hey, we have a smaller, more intimate room.
Yeah. And then I'll give your eulogy because I feel bad. And then you're gonna hear like this weird like brushing noise, and you're gonna be like, what? Because it's so quiet, and it's gonna be a janitor sweeping in the back, and you don't know, like you're like, can you keep it down? And he's got his Walkman on, and he's not listening to you. And
I'll be dead.
Besides family,
and when you're dead, I'll be like, you know what, you guys, he was a rental. That's what he would describe himself as, a rental.
Besides
owned,
besides family,
only used.
Besides family, do you think there would be more than 25 people?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Would you go, Dill?
Dylan would go.
No.
He's busy that day.
They're absolutely
Depends. Honestly, it depends on the hors d'oeuvres.
You guys are acting like you guys are acting like you would have
If
some
there's good
massive group of people.
If there's good finger food, I'll go. If there's a pigs in a blanket,
See, I think
and those little, I like those little chicken skewers. If they got chicken skewers,
See, I think exes and former hookups would go to our wedding or our funeral, not yours.
I don't think so.
Yes,
I think mine would.
I think ours would.
One of yours would.
Two.
One. Who else?
Lolo, I think she would go.
You're crazy if you think that.
She's a traditional gal, so I think she would. Yeah. Listen, at the end, it's fine. It's fine to be a speck of dust that's just blown off, and you just float. You're floating through life. That's you.
You guys, I think, just like to project.
I go flirty and dirty, and you're gonna be wearing that same shirt until you're fucking 80.
It's our merch.
I know, but you're still gonna have the shirt when you're 80. You're gonna be like, but you're just gonna be that flirty and dirty old guy that's a fucking creep. Hey, nice to.
I bet you.
Hey, can I borrow your Lulus?
I bet you I get married before you.
Okay, how much you want to bet? I'll call I've been orbiting. I'll call my ex right now.
She won't get married to you. None of them.
I do have a pack with one of them.
What is the pack?
It was my 35, which is coming up pretty fucking quick.
Which one?
You have a marriage pact?
I do.
With
what are the terms?
It was apparently by 35.
The whole terms.
For her or for you?
I would assume her.
Explain the terms of your marriage pact.
Is if we both didn't have anybody by 35, we would marry each other. That was the.
Oh, well, she has someone, so you don't have to worry about that.
Fair enough.
Oh boy, Thanksgiving's coming up. None of us have anybody to bring except for each other.
Well, yeah. Well, sorry, I was going to say something on the funeral thing. If you don't,
sure.
When you die, when you die, what do you want them to do with your body?
Cremate me. There's zero reason. There is zero reason to have a big, expensive funeral and a coffin. You don't need any of that stuff. I'm dead. So when I'm dead, just burn me and throw me somewhere.
And no one's going to your gravestone anyways.
It's true.
If I had an ideal circumstance, throw me in with grandma and grandpa.
Absolutely.
Ashes.
They've forgotten about you.
No. Well, they're dead.
They forgot about you.
I don't know if we're going to have like a mausoleum type of thing, but just cremate me is fine.
You don't want to do like a group thing?
A group thing? Like, like the three of us being buried somewhere together?
Yeah.
One for all and all for one?
What if it's like, the weddings where they have the mixed sands
Yeah.
We mix each other's
Ashes. Yeah, well, you can do whatever you. If I die,
Well, Sean's gonna live the longest.
yeah.
So
You.
this is for
cremate.
future me. I don't know what you want me to do
Just
with your
cremate me.
bodies. Okay, that's
There's
easy.
no reason to have a big old thing. Just cremate me.
I can't believe you think you're gonna get married before me.
I think I could if I wanted to.
What do you want with your body, Mitch?
Oh, cremate. I don't want to fill.
Cremate?
I don't want to fill up space. I
I
think it's the most arrogant thing to do is be like, this is my spot in the ground, and I'm going to be here forever, just so everybody remembers me.
and it's like expensive too.
Coffins are expensive.
Yeah, no, I don't.
To quote Frank Reynolds, just throw me in the trash.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, even if I am cremated, I don't want people to have an urn like in their room on a mantle. I don't want that.
Dump
either.
my ashes, Big Lebowski style. Just throw them in the wind somewhere.
I remember we used to do construction, and we used to work in a lot of hoarders' houses. And
Oh my God.
this one Jewish gentleman, he was very into black women,
He was.
and he had three wives that he had.
All passed.
And two of them had passed away, and he saved their urns.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to take the urns out and, dust them off. And, they were black women, so they did die ashy, which is, when you're cremated. That's but Dylan didn't like that joke.
No, he did not.
That's getting pulled.
Well, that,
I'm not pulling that.
that won't be clipped. I'll tell you that.
You can edit that one if you
Either
want.
way, I wouldn't even that, like hoarding the urn.
No, don't hoard it.
Do you think the current wife would look at be like, why are you keeping your ex-wife's urns? You know what I mean? Like that's
No,
fucking.
I mean, you
I
should be
get it if
mature
you're
enough-
married.
You should be mature enough to know that it was just like it was a part of your life.
If
like-
but
you're
okay, but then
if you're old and you married someone and they passed away, I can handle that. If it was like an ex, I get it, but it was like that's the person you married and said you're going to spend the rest of your life with.
Sure.
So it's like, okay, they passed, that's your memory. It's not like you chose to split up with them. They died.
I mean, yeah, most arguments are like, oh, if you're hung up on your ex, it's like, oh, what are you going to go hook up with them again? It's like they're dead. Yeah. Nothing's going to happen from it. You know?
I get that one.
You've been very, you're jaundiced.
You are jaundiced.
You've been
I
peeling,
need a tan.
and you have, I think, minor psoriasis going on.
I will say, I think there's something. The new tenants moved into our building, and I think, I don't know if it's cigarettes or something, but I do think I get whatever. Maybe it's the vent. We got to change the vent or something.
You look like an old catcher's mitt.
Don't you quote Seinfeld on me.
But
But-
that doesn't lead to what you're.
Well, it's also we traveled a lot, and it actually went away. But I do think, I'm getting. I do think as I've gotten a little older, I've been getting a little allergies, which I'm not a fan of. But we also just traveled for like
I'm
18
worried about
days.
you.
Don't you dare worry about me.
I'm worried.
You're
about you.
going to die alone.
I'm not going to die
You're
alone.
already deteriorating.
I'll have kids.
You're a leper.
I will have kids. I will say that. I'm going to have kids at some point. I don't know when. Well, no, I'm going to. I'm going to have kids. In fact, kids love me more than you guys. That's a fact.
You play with them anytime you see them. So
Yeah, because I'm cool.
You're going to
and
be
fun.
a friend to your kids. I'm going to be a father.
you're always gonna be Uncle Al.
I will be uncle. I'll be a good Uncle Al. You're welcome. I'll be a great Uncle Al.
But never. No one's ever gonna call you dad.
That's not true. A lot of girls have called me Daddy.
You know, listeners of the podcast, I think a lot of people. I think you see yourself as this big. You ever see Larry the Lobster in SpongeBob?
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly
Big
what
old
you're
anchor arms.
Yeah.
You. But I think people see right through your facade. I think they are like, this is a very insecure man.
You're plankton.
You're plankton.
No. I would say I'm the least insecure of all of us. I'm very secure with
That
myself.
is not true at all.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
'Cause then I would be
Then
more susceptible to peer pressure. I would be more susceptible to, doing what other people wanted. When we all know that's you, or the most susceptible for any of this.
No, I
peer pressure
adapt.
doesn't mean, or
Listen, did I go out?
insecure doesn't mean peer pressure.
No.
Insecure could be I need attention.
Dylan, can we get an opinion here?
Who do you think is the most insecure of the three of us?
Definitely Al.
There you go. Thank
Dylan
you.
just saying
he's an
that to stir
outsider.
the
He's
pot.
not. No, he's
No,
a,
it's definitely Mitch.
Thank you.
What do you mean definitely?
It's written on your forehead.
But no one else sees that.
I'm very upset.
Everybody sees it. You got a big forehead.
that's true.
That's not. You're not
What was
wrong.
it gonna-
I mean, again, not all of us could be the strong, silent type like me. It's fine.
Strong belching type.
Okay, strong is not the word you want to use there. Strong is very much not.
Here's insecure. Not firmly fixed, liable to give way or break, not confident or assured, uncertain and anxious. Boy, who does that sound like?
There is only one person.
Mr. Heart Problems.
Sounds like someone talking to the mirror to themselves.
By the way, give him a quick update on your heart before we go into Thanksgiving stuff.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So, for all that don't know, I had a delayed heartbeat, and then I've been doing some heart testing, and I had to wear a heart rate monitor. I think it was on one of these podcasts. And I went to the doctor, and everything's all good. Pretty much it was a big dick around.
Great. We had to listen to this guy. I don't know if my heart's gonna. Am I okay? Oh my God! I don't know if I'm gonna survive. Like I don't know if I can do that.
I think coffee would kill me. I think it's a caffeine that was fucking me up. So
Yeah,
that is
well,
a big loss.
You also used to get. He would drink like half a pot a day or something.
Not true.
You drank a lot of coffee
In
and would get
college.
like rosacea or whatever at some point. You had like a phase where you were breaking out in hives from drinking so
maybe
much.
once.
Yeah. Anyways, Thanksgiving's coming up, around the corner. What are you guys most thankful for?
My huge cock.
I'm also thankful for Sean's huge cock. Thankful for.
Well, you can't say health.
True. Yeah.
Do you want to know what I'm thankful for?
Sure. What are you thankful for, Al?
Fake boobs is what I'm thankful for. Thank you for stepping on that, Sean.
I was
Fake
about to say
boobs.
not a body part because I knew you were going to say something with.
I am not a big fake boob guy.
Here's why I'm thankful.
I won't even watch porn with women with fake boobs.
Here's why I'm thankful for it. At the gym,
Sure.
fake boobs look very, very good in sports bras, and I've been seeing a lot of big, large sports bra fake boobs recently. And it's nice to see those while you're working out, and it's just like, okay, cool, and then you get back into it. Just like a nice little side break to when you work out. So it's an aesthetic thing. I think they look good in clothing.
And you think you're going to get married first?
Absolutely.
Okay.
To some fake boobs.
I like them aesthetically, but I am not a big fake boob guy.
I mean, yeah, I prefer all natural, but like,
But I think
if the option is none or those, I'm gonna take the impossible boobs.
I haven't had them. I've never felt them. I would be open to it.
You've never felt fake boobs?
No,
What?
I don't. I can't.
You're missing out.
I can't think of anybody that I think I have only been with real tits.
Have you had a stress ball? Have you ever grabbed a stress ball?
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Like the one of those with a nipple.
yeah.
Like a surgically carved out nipple.
I'm not a. I would at least want to try. I consider myself
Yeah.
a connoisseur.
I
want to
I-
get. I think I've had all the cups. I think I've had
A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah. I think I've had, I've at least, for sure F's. I've had those, which to be honest, there's some girls that I have probably gotten bigger than that, but I think I've gotten all of them. Yeah. Pretty happy about that.
Good for you.
Yeah, what a guy.
I will say that little boobies, there's personality to them. You know?
You think little boobs have more personality?
You have to. It's like being a short guy.
Do you think they're like spunky? Is that like, I don't know.
Yeah, a little spunky.
How do they have more personality?
Ooh, hey, it's me. Because usually guys like bigger boobs. So I think that if you got little titties, you're comfortable with yourself. And, like I said, it's like being a short guy. So you like, maybe there's like somebody that, you overcompensate by like, or, you have a little more personality. I could be wrong. There's no proven theory on this.
It's like when you're deaf, right? Your vision gets better, your sense of smell gets better. It's like when you don't have boobs, other aspects improve, right? You have to.
I think he's talking about the personality of the boobs are spunky. Or are you talking about the person of the
Probably the
boob?
person.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the boobs. I was like, how do they have personality? But
well, I think the boobs do too.
well, some do.
They're small but mighty.
I always think of them as like, whenever I see them, I think of them in voices.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the little ones are like, "Hi, hello," and then like, you know, every time I see like a giant boob, I just picture like an oboe, like a womp womp, like that, one of those.
Some big old honking titties.
Yeah, just kind of you know falling out.
Yeah, I would say that little titties are like the spunky cheerleader. Okay, and it's me.
The big ones are the base.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a D.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, that's
See,
I'm thankful for the fake ones.
I see. I'm indifferent to both. The only reason I don't like fake boobs, I don't like the fake boobs where they're cockeyed.
Doesn't matter.
Like, and there's a massive cleavage. I don't like that. I shouldn't be able to fit my quad in your cleavage.
Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I mean, if they spill over, they could do the same thing anyways.
Sure. True. You got to go over behind your back and scoop them under your armpits. That's what some heavier chested girls have.
Well, we really don't have a Thanksgiving too much anymore. Since our grandparents died, it's pretty much just our parents and our siblings. What is that? It's true.
It's a great segue.
I was going to say, I remember Alex telling me that he was thankful for Kanye. I think he said that the other day. He was like, I'm very thankful for Kanye.
Well, he has good music.
And his comments is what he...
No, not the comments. I don't know what his comments
Alex
were.
said he's thankful for Kanye and Kyrie is, I think, what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's a champion. No. I mean, yeah, the Kanye thing is, you know, no one's going to listen to us on that. And if anybody's listening, we're Jewish.
Sure.
So that helps.
We do get Jewish comments a lot. People think we are Jewish. I remember somebody on our Instagram thought we were. He made an anti-Semitic.
Oh yeah, someone sent
There was an anti-Semitic DM to us, and we're like, we're not even Jewish, but okay.
Yeah,
like,
someone was
very
not
bizarre.
a fan of us having a podcast and us. He thought we were Jewish.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and he did not like that we had a podcast and we were Jewish in his version of things.
yeah, it's very bizarre.
So that was. But I just think some of those people yell into the wind.
Top 5 Thanksgiving foods.
Stuffing's 1, turkey's 2.
Cranberry sauce.
What?
Is,
Ugh.
no, cranberry sauce is if you're 95 years old and you don't have any taste buds left. You put the. Dylan, did you just fucking sneeze?
He didn't do it in the mic. His mic's
Dylan,
off.
we gave you a mic and you sneeze.
His mic's off. He's good. He's a pro.
There we go.
I just
Top
messed
5 Thanksgiving foods. I'm also gonna go stuffing number 1. Turkey 2. Green beans 3. I'm a big green
Disgusting.
bean.
No,
Green beans are
absolutely
no.
solid. If they're
Absolutely
cooked
no.
right, they're great. They pair perfectly.
No.
Disgusting. You're not gonna pie at number
Pie-
3? How do
I'll
you not
put-
pie at 3?
I'll put pecan pie at 4.
What
and
the
then
pecan
what?
pie? What are you, 90?
And then I'm not a cranberry sauce guy, so that doesn't make the
Well, I
list.
was kidding.
Oh, okay. Well, some people love it.
You're missing
I'm missing something.
gravy,
Gravy's 5.
mashed potatoes,
I like stuffing over mashed potatoes.
any of the rolls, biscuits, the
Croissants.
I'll take green beans.
green beans.
What?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Dude, you need a vegetable to balance everything out.
No.
No, you
No
don't.
one's ever said that in any aspect of life.
Come at me.
Didn't you have Chick-fil-A last night or this morning
morning.
and then binge drink last night?
What does that have to do with
He
anything?
he needs some vegetables.
I
Balance
need
it
to
out.
balance it out.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yes.
First of all, I had potatoes. Are they a vegetable?
Technically.
Yeah.
I mean, the main ingredient, it's stuffing,
What's your top 5?
Stuffing, turkey, gravy, mashed potatoes, and rolls. Or croissants or whatever.
Rolls?
Dude, I just want to eat. Or sometimes the sweet potato is good too. Our aunt used to make really good
Yams.
Yams, but
Is
we
that
don't
what
have
they're
the
called? Or sweet potatoes, yams.
again. We order our Thanksgiving feast off Whole Foods now,
That's
so
true.
it's not like the same old grandma cooking it.
So my stuffing turkey. Rolls is probably number 3 for me.
What is wrong with you people?
Maybe gravy.
Rolls?
Maybe
the shit
gravy
you can
at
get
4.
at any fucking meal?
Yeah, absolutely. Mash does not make top 5 for me. I don't put mash up there.
Okay, then what are the other ones?
Well, probably pie is number 5. Pumpkin, apple. Not that I eat much.
You don't eat either of those.
Apple's good.
What a fucking crock of shit.
I really, besides
Give me a clean run of the top 5. Go.
stuffing, turkey, rolls / whatever Pillsbury thing we get. I guess gravy. Now I'm gonna pie, pumpkin or apple, and then gravy is 5. Mashed potatoes doesn't make lists. No vegetables.
Wow.
They're all disgusting. Potatoes overrated. And I only usually eat turkey and stuffing with yellow mustard anyway. So
Sean eats
Psychopath.
Thanksgiving like a 7-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big. Well, I don't know what else do people serve with their. It's like cranberry, mashed potatoes, green beans. Like, is there anything
Dylan,
else?
what's your
is
top
there,
5?
is there anything you have that we're missing? Like, what do you? No, that's pretty
Well, you're a
much about it.
vegan, so he
Well,
has
yeah,
a
he would have
tofurkey,
different vegetables up there.
impossible turkey.
Tofurkey.
Yeah, Dylan doesn't eat.
Thanksgiving doesn't seem like a Dylan holiday.
No,
It's his
Oh,
favorite.
there you go.
man.
no, it's not.
Oh, there you go.
Dylan goes, What do I have to be thankful for?
Dylan's thankful for us. I know that.
That is true. Dylan is.
He doesn't even need to go on his mic and say that. We know it. We
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah,
What
dude,
is on your arm? Look at this. Look
I
at
know.
this.
He's got psoriasis or some shit.
Do you have a ringworm?
And he's
No,
got, he's
no.
got stuff on that arm too.
I think it's from the change of weather.
Who you don't just get random blotches of.
Yeah, it's like a heat patch. Because I get it right here too during the fall, but I put a.
Dude, Alex is disgusting in the winter. I don't know what it is. In the winter, he gets these random red marks, and there's one of his hands goes absolutely like raw.
I figured out why
like an
that happened.
undead ghoul.
It was because of whenever I drive, I would have the heater on my car, and it would always be hitting my hand, and I didn't put lotion on it. So.
There's bloody knuckles everywhere.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I didn't really learn my lesson. Yeah, I don't know what it is, dude. I think it's like a little Dill. Do you know you're more prone to these kind of things? I don't know what that is.
Well, don't touch.
Yeah, don't fucking
Touch
touch
it.
it
What
and
do you-
spread it, you disgusting fuck.
I don't think it's
Don't put it on the table either.
It's just a heat thing.
It's not.
It's
That's
a
not how
change
that
of
works.
weather. It's like not to mention, I do think our air conditioner is
if it was, then we would all be getting affected by it. But it's just you.
well, my room is the closest to it. Yours especially is way further away. Mine is like right next to the vent.
This might be Alex's last podcast. He might have
That's true.
leprosy.
What I do like about Thanksgiving is that it's a very unfuckable holiday. Like, it's a holiday where it's like, hey, everybody's eating. It's going to be disgusting. We're wearing our sweats. We know we're just literally shoving food down our faces. So, like, no one's getting laid.
Thanksgiving is what it was like to be rich in the 1700s. And that's just all you do is just eat, puke, and sleep. That's what they did.
It's gluttony at its finest.
What loser doesn't fuck in the morning?
Oh, you can fuck in the morning.
Turkey
Well,
bowl.
usually-
Playing turkey bowl.
I was gonna say you're hungover. That's usually
Yeah,
the day
that
everybody gets
Wednesday,
drunk.
that Wednesday before Thanksgiving is always fucking wild.
The hometown hangouts.
Yeah.
Go to the local dive bar. We have a TGI Fridays at ours. Like, oh, hey, man, I haven't seen you since 2010, the reunion, man.
Dude, our TGI Fridays fucking blows up during that Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It is literally a high school reunion. Everybody's fucking lit, turnt. There's no drama usually. I could be
Yep.
wrong.
That's where you get to. You could possibly hook up with like an old high school sweetheart or crush that you didn't get to that maybe has dropped their standards after
Has a couple kids.
a decade. Yeah,
You come back into orbit.
yeah.
Do you ever go on Facebook and look at like people that like did you dirty in high school? You know that, or like, and then you follow up on their life and you wonder how they're doing.
I used to
Like, I've looked at some girls that have turned me down, and I'm like, yeah, that's what you get. You get, yeah, look at you.
I
now.
do get satisfied with the. Sorry, were you
Yeah, I was continuing on with the thought.
okay? Go on.
Yeah, look at you, fat and divorced and with early onset diabetes. Yeah, that's what you get for turning me down for prom. You get that.
Who turned you down for prom?
No one. It's
Okay,
fucking
well-
party with bits that you just ruined.
I didn't ruin it.
Alex
I was
Virzi,
going to say.
master of improv.
I was going to say the very similar thing, but no, it's the same thing with an ex. You do like to see them, like you don't want to see them, like you want to see them happy-ish, but you want to be in better than them.
If you break up with somebody, you want them to do well, but not better than you.
It's like if a girl sees us now and they're like, oh yeah, they're still short and they're balding now. And they live together. Okay, well, I made the right choice dumping them.
Win the breakup. You want to win the breakup.
Yeah, you want to win.
I used to have a list of girls that rejected me.
A list?
Yeah.
How long was it?
Back then, it was like 9 or so people.
9?
I didn't realize you. I didn't realize you were asking out so many people.
Yeah.
How many of them are you better than now?
0?
Probably 8.
I'm curious who the 9 were.
I don't remember. A lot
Linda.
of them.
Were there any Hail Marys?
Uh,
Like smoke show 10s that you shot your shot with and just
Any that were now smoke show 10s?
no, they're all.
Melinda's still pretty cute. She
Yeah,
looks
she's
exactly
sweet.
how she did.
yeah.
And she's married to the guy who
My old
made
best
out with one of the girls I had a crush on in high school or elementary school.
Mr.
Yeah.
Steal Your Girl.
Yeah. Some things never change.
Also, his mom was the first MILF, the OG.
Oh, she's
Still hot.
I bumped
Unbelievable.
into her booze and brews. She still is a fox.
hot.
Unbelievable MILF.
Yeah.
Oh my
Truly.
God Almighty.
Anyway.
Shout out
That
to
was
Donna.
Dill, what are we wrapping these up? Yep. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We will be back to having guests next week.
We're very thankful for you guys.
We are thankful for everybody that watches. We got clips coming out. We are going to do better on the YouTube with putting smaller clips out and kind of, if there's any content you do want to see from us, we are going to do better produced challenge videos. We got a bunch of stand-up clips from the tour that we're going to start releasing through the holidays, which will be good. And we should eventually have a vlog in there somewhere. We got sick halfway through, so it wasn't as exciting. And we were driving a lot, so it wasn't as exciting as we initially had hoped. But we'll probably just get something up to get something up. But thank you guys so much for watching and supporting us. We really appreciate it. Dylan, thank you for being here. Jeff, thank you for letting us out of the studio. Have a great Thanksgiving. Later.